Thanks for watching Gears of War lore, The Wretch. How's it going, y'all? It's Roanoke Gaming here, back with some more lore to take up the precious space in your brain. If lore is your thing, then I've got you covered, so why not subscribe and keep me blowing up your new videos tab on YouTube? Come on, just right below the video, just click it. You know you want to. Today, we will be going over, in my opinion, one of the more annoying forms of the Locust Army. They have a taste for human flesh, and in the words of Benjamin Carmine, looks like some sort of monkey-dog thing. It's everyone's favorite cannon fodder, the Wretch. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the lore in Gears of War. Yeah, that rhymed. So like any other lore video, let's cover some characteristics first. Your typical Wretch is going to stand at a height of 3 feet 1 inches tall. And I noticed lately, according to my analytics, that there are people in Europe beginning to watch these videos, so that would be 0.939 meters tall. They will also weigh as much as a large dog, a sizably large dog, at 135 pounds or 61.23 kilograms. Their eyes will appear black and they will possess large claws and teeth, and also a screech that can stun humans at close contact. Our first encounter with the Wretches, at least in-game, is in the Jacinto Maximum Security Prison. Upon trying to break into Marcus's cell, they were unable to and ended up fleeing as Dom timely arrived to break Marcus out. Upon exiting and checking the surrounding area, it is pretty clear that the Wretches have killed and eaten most of the inmates in the jail. Sort of like shooting fish in a barrel, it looks like. This isn't the first time humanity has tangoed with the likes of Wretches, however. Stretching all the way back to Emergence Day, and by some accounts prior to E-Day, the Wretches arrived with the rest of the Locust Horde to inflict massive casualties on humanity. However, there is also a mental trauma placed on the survivors of the attack as well. A normal Locust soldier is very cruel to the Sarens, but once you're dead, they just kind of move on. A Wretch will stay and eat your remains. Pretty gruesome. The reason I bring up that the Wretches may have been attacking humans before E-Day is that there are some reports of abduction of people and how they went missing. The rigs that existed underground to harness the emulsion, the Wretches would probably use their hunting instincts and more than likely took the humans that strayed too far away from their co-workers or the rig itself. This is probably where they acquired their taste for human to begin with. Shortly after E-Day, Wretches began occupying many areas and homes indefinitely. They would take over homes left over by humans and essentially live in these areas rather than underground. This ran all the way to the Light Mass Offensive, but then strangely, they all just left their original hovels. After the Light Mass Offensive, you do not actually see too many normal Wretches anymore. Being the smallest of the Locust Horde, it also seems like, with much smaller mammals, they react more quickly to disease as well. When Delta Squad first encountered these diseased Wretches, it was at the emulsion facility. While the Wretches don't eat the emulsion, they are quickly infected by the fumes that the emulsion gives off. This turned the particular locust Lambent. Back then, we didn't know what Lambent was, we just knew they were really annoying and glowed. But now we know that they were actually suffering from the Lambent disease. A Lambent is about as strong as a normal Wretch, but when shot, they will explode, which adds a little bit of extra damage when dealing with them. A human in one-on-one conflict with a Wretch will typically lose out. This is due to its sharp claws, dagger-like teeth, and the screech that can incapacitate you. That's for the stranded, however. Your average cog soldier, armed or unarmed, will be able to take a Wretch in combat due to the extra armor they have on their body. Accompanied with a knife and the fact that they look like Olympic bodybuilders, they can kill a Wretch with relative ease. A group can still overpower a gear, however. Once again, it must be noted that a Lambent is also more of an issue as a subsequent explosion at death can down a gear, armor, or not. The screech of a Wretch is exceedingly powerful. When encountering a human, cog soldier, whatever, they will let out an ear-splitting screech. This screech does a couple of things for the Wretch. The first is that it alerts all other Wretches in the area of its presence and that it has found suitable prey for eating. The Wretches will begin crawling out of every crack in the room or any hole in the ground and begin their attack. The second thing it does is disable any person immediately near them. The screech is so powerful that it will put a person in a daze or at minimum cause them to lower their weapon and cover their ears. It can be imagined that if you don't protect your ears, this could cause temporary deafness, which can be dangerously disorientating. The wretches are comparable to an organic flashbang minus the light, except for the Lambent, which also brings a light. The third thing that it does is break all windows. The concussive force sends out a shockwave, breaking all glass in the area. This will let the screech travel further and alert more wretches in the area, and the broken windows will also allow these wretches into the building for dinner time. The intelligence of a wretch is more animalistic than sentient. Much like a dog with their handler, they will not attack the locust soldiers and appear to be only interested in attacking humans. This shows that they are at least semi-intelligent and are able to be trained. In complete contrast to what I just told you, apart from that, there are some examples of them leading civilians into traps as well as cog soldiers. So maybe their intelligence is a little more pronounced, but I hesitate to say they are smarter than your average locust drone. The reason is that wolves have been known to set traps as well, but you really wouldn't compare them to human intellect. Well, there you have it, the lore on the wretch. I know I touched on some of the Lambent, but honestly, the two variants aren't really that different from each other. Just one explodes upon death and is much more annoying at close quarters. If you like my video, please subscribe. It keeps me motivated and shows that people actually want to watch this. And while you're here, why not check out my last video going over the Lurker Necromorph? That is if you like Dead Space. I will say, just a little bit of warning on that one, there's a little bit of gore, but it's not crazy amounts, so then again, you're watching Gears of War, so there's some gore in there too, so I think it'll be alright. Well, anyways, if that's your thing, cool. Alright, I will catch y'all in the next one.